Hey, so while I am gone, you're going to be doing notes over account outcomes. So you should have your notes packet out, open to count outcomes, which is the second section in our notes. We're going to use something today called the fundamental accounting principle, which is just a fancy name for multiplying your options together. So what we're going to be doing is figuring out what are all of our options that we're going to be given for each circumstance and multiply those options together to get the total number of outcomes that we could have. We did something similar to this yesterday when we figured out what all the options were with, like, if a vendor had vanilla or chocolate ice cream and you can choose a waffle or a sugar cone. Kind of like that. It's just a shortcut so you don't have to write every single option out. So we're going to be looking at 4 examples today. The first example says find the total number of outcomes when a coin is tossed and a number cube is rolled. So first you want to figure out what is going on, what am I doing, what two or sometimes three things am I dealing with. So first I'm going to flip a coin. So I need to think, how many options do I have if I flip a coin? Well, that's heads or tails, so that's 2 options. If I rolled a number cube, so a die, which has 6 sides typically, there are 6 options: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I multiply those two together, 2 times 6, which is 12, that means I would have 12 outcomes. So I no longer have to write out, well, okay, I could get a heads with a 1, a heads with a 2, a heads with a 3, and so on. I can just multiply my number of options together, and that'll give me the total number of outcomes, so my sample space. Next, find the total number of outcomes when choosing from bike helmets that come in 3 colors and 2 styles. So the two things I'm talking about here are colors, so I can pick a color and I can pick a style. So it says I have 3 colors, 2 styles. Multiply those together, I have 6 different outcomes, or 6 different options that I can get when choosing a bike helmet. Okay. Next, if you toss 3 coins, how many possible outcomes are there? Now, the tricky part here is a lot of people, they just want to do 3 times 2 because they're like, okay, I have 3 coins, that's 3. Each coin has 2 options, so 3 times 2 is 6. That is not true. That would be if we had 2 coins with maybe 3 options, which doesn't make sense. You can't have 3 options with a coin. So always think, what am I doing? I am flipping 3 coins. So I have coin 1, coin 2, coin 3. So don't just jump to taking the number that you have times the number of options there are. That's not what we're doing. Figure out what are all the options first, then multiply. So coin 1, 2 options. Coin 2, 2 options. Coin 3, 2 options. Multiply those 3 numbers together. 2 times 2 times 2, which is not 6, it's 8. So there are 8 outcomes. We actually did a similar problem to this yesterday when Delmar was playing a game with Kara, and it said if all 3 coins were heads, then Delmar wins, otherwise Kara wins. So this was just a quicker way to figure out what the sample space was, which was 8. If you're ever not sure about this, you can write out the options just to double check yourself. Last question. Find the total number of outcomes when a number from 0 to 9 is picked randomly, and then a letter from A to D is picked randomly. So first we're going to pick a number, and then we're going to pick a letter. So my number options, a lot of people, they want to jump to 9 because they see, oh, 0 to 9, that's 9 numbers. No, 0 is also a number. So that's actually 10 numbers. A to D, that's A, B, C, D, so that's 4 options. 10 times 4 is 40. So with these, you just want to be careful that you're thinking, okay, what am I doing with each problem? And then figure out how many options does each event have. If you have any questions about this when you're working on your Google form assignment, please feel free to email me.